What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for yet another Tottenham update. January the 7th, still no sign of any signings, and we are in desperation mode right now. We know Brennan Johnson is gone. We know now Kudus injury worse than first feared. Worrying kind of comments from Thomas Frank in the press conference regarding Kulusevski as well, as we have no time frame on his return as well. But we got a couple of transfer rumours to talk about today. Just a quick update from me. First one is on a potential outgoing. Spurs starlet Callum Olusesi, Alfredo Padula, a pretty good source, says Italian side Torino are interested in a loan move for 18-year-old Callum Olusesi, with talks already taking place. This is a positive one for me. I think Callum Olusesi, if he can get a loan move as high up as Torino, who are currently 11th in Serie A, I think that would be really positive and some really good experience for him. I've been impressed with him whenever I've seen him, to be honest. He had, limited game time last season, but when he did play, I thought he was pretty good. Central midfielder would look like to have quite a bit of power about him and some technical ability. So we all know he's done really good for the Spurs Academy over the last year or so. So, I mean, if he can get a loan move to Serie A and get some decent playing time here, that would do the world of good for his development. So I would definitely welcome that. Let's see if it materialises. But let us know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Do you think that Callum Olusesi could end up at Torino in this January transfer window? I think that would be absolutely brilliant for him. Next up, we're going to talk about a potential incoming. Ben Jacobs is reporting that Tottenham are interested in 19-year-old Nigerian winger Sani Sulemanen, along with Frankfurt, Anderlecht and Sevilla. Slovak side AS Trechin want around €6 million for the winger. So, just after reading this report, I took a quick look into him, because obviously I don't watch the Slovak league. I don't watch Nigeria under 20s, so I don't really know too much about him. But he's a player that joined Trechin this summer from the Nigerian league. He's played about 12 games, scored about 2 or 3 goals. Not exactly blowing away the Slovak league. Can we just please target some people that can come in and make an instant impact? This is not what this guy screams out to me. It's just getting so frustrating now, isn't it? Because every single winger, every single player that we seem to be linked with, 19, 18, no real kind of experience behind them. It's just what are we trying to do here? Who knows how kind of reliable it is, and if we are going to look to bring him in, do we look to bring him in and loan him out? Is it going to be another one for the future? And in essence, I don't really have too many problems with that, but we need players now. Like I said before, Brennan Johnson gone, Kulusevski, no idea what's happening with him. You've got Kudus, he's going to be out. There are rumours out that he's going to be out for 2 months. So we need players that can come in right now and make an instant impact. So it's getting really frustrating with these kind of links coming out to these sort of players. Look, he might be great in 5 years' time, and he might be a world star, but that doesn't solve our problem right now. And that's the biggest issue we have. So, yeah, that's the news on him. Spurs have been linked with Sani Sulemanen, that's how you pronounce it, I think, from AS Trechin. This is the big story of the day, which we're going to speak about next, as Indicalia says that Tottenham have joined the race to sign 25-year-old Norwegian striker Jordan Strand Larsen. Wolves are willing to let the player leave in the summer for the right price. And Chronicle Live, which is a publication in the Northeast, say that Tottenham have now joined the race to sign Jordan Strand Larsen from Wolves. Newcastle, Forest and Palace are also showing interest, with the price tag likely to be 40 million. Now, first of all, I think we've got more pressing issues, like I mentioned before, apart from the striker. We need a winger, we need a midfielder, we need a left back, we need so many more positions before we target the striker. And don't get me wrong, it is an area that we can strengthen for sure. With, Richarlison's definitely upgradable. Solanke, can we rely on him anymore? He is in training, but we need to see him on the pitch and see what he can do after that long injury. We've got Kolo Muani, hasn't scored a Premier League goal yet, so he needs to kick on. So it's definitely an area that we can upgrade on, don't get me wrong. Does Strand Larsen represent that? I mean, he's been really bad this season in a very much a struggling Wolves side, so that's a caveat there. But last season, he impressed me, man. He got quite a few goals in that Wolves side. He was a pivotal kind. He played that pivotal role when Wolves went on that really big run towards the back end of last season, 6 wins in a row, goal after goal. He kind of picked up the can as well for Wolves when Cunha was out injured, and he was the figurehead of that club and really the main player there. Very physical striker, pretty much could be good as a target man, really good in the air, not bad with his feet as well. However, this season he has not been able to kick on from there, so obviously that's worrying signs. He's been really bad in front of goal. There's obviously highlighted with that penalty that he took a couple of weeks ago, which was just really poor. I've seen not reports, but I've seen kind of reaction from Wolves fan being like, look, his attitude has been completely all wrong this season. Get him out of the club. So maybe he had that failed move to Newcastle in the summer. So maybe that's still playing on his mind, and maybe he feels like he's a bit above the club, which is not great attitude to have. So yeah, I mean, I'm undecided. I think that we should be aiming for better, to be honest. And Wolves have dropped him, and Wolves actually look better off for it. They've started Hwang Hee-chan there in the top two, I think, with Mane or someone else, and they look much better off for having Strand Larsen on the bench. So, look, it's a no from me, to be honest. I think we should be aiming our sights a lot higher than someone like Jordan Strand Larsen. But look, he did come into the Premier League last year and do very well. So maybe I am being a bit harsh, but maybe it's a bit of recency bias. He's just not been good this season. So I'll probably say a no for Jordan Strand Larsen. But would you guys take him? Would you guys actually take Strand Larsen? And does he really represent an upgrade on what we have? So let us know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. The last one we're going to talk about is a left back. And journalist Ekram Konar, not the most reliable journalist, says that Tottenham are monitoring Borussia Mönchengladbach left back Luca Netz. Lazio, AC Milan and other Serie A clubs are also interested in the German defender. 22 years of age, Luca Netz, obviously, like I mentioned, plying his trade at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Don't know too much about him, so if any of you guys know anything about him, let us know in the comment section below. I saw a couple of Spurs fans on Twitter or X saying that he would be a better option for us than the other left back that we're going for, the kid that we've been speaking about in the last couple of weeks from Santos Sousa, and he's got obviously more experience than him, playing in the European leagues and stuff like that. Starting more or less regularly for Borussia Mönchengladbach, so playing at a decent level, but I don't know. I looked at his underlying data, to be honest, it doesn't look too impressive, so it's not one I know too much about, but if you guys do know more about him, let me know in the comment section below. Is he one that we should be targeting? Look, I've been speaking about it with Brian over the past week or so. We spoke about it on the show. Like, if we are going to be targeting a left back, I do agree with Brian in what he said, that we should be going for a first choice left back because we can't really rely on Destiny Udogie. However, Udogie is back in training and could feature us sooner rather than later. I think tonight might come a bit too soon for him, but definitely over the next couple of games I expect him to be in a match day squad, so that's a bit more positive on the left back situation. But yeah, like, we can't keep relying on Destiny Udogie. We just can't keep him fit on a regular basis, so we do need to start thinking about, or we definitely need to bring in a left back that can come in and challenge Udogie for that first team spot, not just to play understudy and a 19-year-old that's going to be good in a few years time. So that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories that we have brought you today. Would you take Jacob Strand Larsen at Tottenham Hotspur? I mean, the list of players that we've spoken about today, it's not like one that stinks and screams ambition, is it? So unfortunately, if you're judging by the reports that are going around the world right now, or going around the rumour mill, it's more of the same from Enoch, unfortunately, and that's what we're seeing right now. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, Comedy Spurs.